Senator Ted Cruz of Texas. You know, in many ways, you are Mr. Conservative. Mr. Conservative in the way you conduct yourself in the Senate. Mr. Conservative, you have the guts to speak out. You're an enormously principled person. It's been an honor to know you all these decades. So I want to ask you this question. Are we going to be able to defeat the Democrats, even though the map favors them, if we have a Republican Party that says, vote for us, we're not the Democrats?
Look, I think if that's all we say, that's a path to losing. I think you win elections by having a positive vision you stand for. I think you win elections by standing and fighting. You know, you go back to when I first got to the Senate in 2013, and I led the filibuster against Obamacare, and we had a government shutdown, and then I objected to Republicans joining with Democrats to raise the debt ceiling yet again. You know, there was at the time, there was a big editorial the Wall Street Journal wrote that was called The Minority Maker. And it ominously explained that this rabble-rouser Cruz was going to ensure that Harry Reid remained the Senate Majority Leader in perpetuity, that I was single-handedly losing the election in 2014 because I was standing and fighting. Well, you know, if you go back to the Old Testament, as you know, Mark, what the people of Israel were commanded is that if someone comes forward and says they're a prophet, they were to test that prophet by having them give short-term prophecies to see if they come true. In that case, the editorial predicted that the election in 2014 was going to be a bloodbath. They were right in that, but they were wrong whose blood was going to be spilled. We ended up winning 9 Republican seats in 2014. We won the majority in the Senate in 2014, and we also won the biggest majority in the House of Representatives since 1928. And if you went and looked, and you looked at the exit polling, people showed up. The number one reason they were showing up is finally these guys are fighting. They're standing and fighting, and they're fighting on Obamacare. And people are desperate, number one, for Republicans to stand for something, but number two, for politicians to keep their word. When I talk to newly elected senators or House members, the biggest piece of advice I give them, I say, just do what you said you would do. Whatever you said in September and October on the campaign trail, do that in January and February. And the reason so many people are pissed off across this country is they're tired of politicians that lie to them. You remember in 2017 when we had the big fight over Obamacare repeal on the Senate floor, and you remember John McCain. I was standing maybe 4 feet away from him when he famously had his thumb like this and then voted no, and he killed Obamacare repeal on the floor of the Senate. I got to tell you, Mark, I had to physically turn and walk away because I would have said some things not suitable for the Senate floor had I had a conversation with him at that time. And the reason why is he had just finished running in 2016, and his campaign ads in 2016 to be reelected to the Senate from Arizona were John McCain leading the fight to repeal Obamacare. It's like, wait a second, the people elected you to do something, you just did the exact opposite. That happens over and over again. And part of the reason why Republican leadership in the Senate doesn't fight for anything is they have an old view of politics. Their view of politics is all of the decisions are made in a smoke-filled room in Washington. You cut a deal with the Democrats, you cut a deal with the lobbyists, and then you go home and you tell your constituents whatever it is they want to hear, and there's no connection between the two. And one of the things that I'm encouraged by, I think the voters, I think the people are getting much more educated. You do a fantastic job of that. It's why, as you know, I do a podcast every week, 3 days a week, Verdict with Ted Cruz, because what I'm trying to do is bring people behind the closed doors of the Senate cloakroom, inside the smoke-filled rooms, to know what's going on. That's what you're doing on TV and radio every week, and I think it's desperately needed.
Senator Ted Cruz, I know you have a tough re-election campaign for all the reasons we discussed. I want to thank you for all that you do. God bless you, my friend.
Thank you, Mark. God bless you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.